What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the standard straight-to-funded account from Top 1 Futures and the brand new straight-to-funded Sim Pro account from Top 1 Futures. Going to be looking at what's the same, what's different to try to help you make an educated decision and find the best option for you. Before we get into it, guys, important for me to note that I am biased here. I'm partnered and affiliated with Top 1 Futures. I can't stand to be unbiased if I stand to make money. And while we're at that point, use code RDF to get the best deals on these accounts, better than the emails, better than what's on the site, better than anything else you'll find out there, or at least matching it right now. Heavy discount, additional things like no daily loss limits, but check that out. I'll link the site right here if you want to check it out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I've already put out a couple different videos on the equity stability score with these new accounts, what these new accounts are. Let's do a side-by-side. I'm a big comparison guy. I like to see things and say what's different, what's the same, and try to make a decision that way. So let's go ahead and jump onto this chart. We're going to look at every individual thing that I think is important to consider when comparing and contrasting these two. I'll try to note what's different. We'll kind of skim through what's the same and move through this as quick as we possibly can. So right off the bat, also important to note, there's promos on these that change. With the straight to Sim Funded Pro account, straight to funded Sim Pro account, I'm going to try to get it right. They have a promo period. These are rolling out with a lot of features, and they're going to close the program, not accept new traders after a certain point, watch how everybody's trading, watch what's going on, and then adjust from there. So things like the number of accounts that you're able to copy trade, of course, the price, and some additional things on here will be adjusted after the promo. I've tried to note it, but if you're watching it late in the game, head to the site, check this stuff out for yourself. Know where you're at before you hop right into one of these. So right off the bat, on price, the straight to funded Sim Pro are going to be a cheaper account. They're going to have a lower price point because of some of the things that we're going to take a look at. But the current price on the standard account is going to be higher than the price on the Sim Funded Pro account. Right off the bat, one big difference is going to be the consistency rule versus the equity stability score, the ESS. If you want to check that out, again, I've got a video dedicated to both of those individually if you're stuck on what this is. But real quick, the 20% consistency rule, similar to what you see across a lot of instant funded accounts, says that no single day of profit can be larger than 20% of the total profit when you go to request a withdrawal. That's on the standard account. What I'm calling like the standard account is the original stuff. Nothing changing there, right? This is an additional offering from Top 1 Futures. On the Sim Pro account, we have what's called an equity stability score, kind of new to wrap your head around. What it states is your largest winning day plus your worst losing day added together cannot equal more than 30% of your total profit when you go to request a withdrawal. So this is not only looking at your upside, your largest day, it's looking at your worst losing day. Traders that do well here are going to set a personal daily loss limit, a personal daily profit target, and make sure they do the math on the front end to work with that. Now, again, they're rolling this out as 30% for, well, the time being, the starting point, the promo, but they have noted that the 20% could be the standard on this. Again, if you want to check these out in detail, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, I'll try to link the videos, head to my channel. You can check all of these different things out because I try to make a lot of tutorials and explain what this is so you guys can understand it. But that's a big difference there. Consistency rule on the standard, equity stability score, which is more difficult to work with. Important to note that. That's a harder rule set. You have to be better at managing your worst red days as well as managing your upside target, not just staying consistent with the amount of money that you're making, but staying consistent with the amount of money that you're losing. Now, daily loss limit, neither of these have a daily loss limit with the current promo. They do have some stuff that runs. I believe it's available to be taken off, but it's been none with the current promo for a while, so we're going to leave it right there. Max loss limit on these. The promo, what they're rolling out on the straight to funded Sim Pro, the new one, is going to be 4%, which is wider than the 3% that we're working with on the standard account. So we're talking about the 150K accounts here. The standard account right now on the 150K, you have a $4,500 max loss limit. That's going to be wider on the Sim Pro at $6,000, again, at least to start. Better advantage there on the Sim Pro. Talking about the drawdown mode. What does that drawdown mode look like? End of day trailing drawdown, we know, is on the standard account. We have an intraday trailing drawdown on unrealized profit on your equity intraday for the Sim Pro account. Again, that is objectively going to be harder to work with. We're going to get into some additional badass advantages on here, but we're talking about two that are tighter. That equity stability score being harder, the intraday trailing drawdown on unrealized profit. That means your max loss limit trails up with you as you're in trades, as you're running profit, or if you're in a sell, but as you're running profit, that trails up with you. Where on the standard accounts, and what you've seen in a lot of the industry, end of day trailing drawdown, much easier to work with, right? You have more flexibility to work within the day, close the day out. That's what's calculated to drag that max loss limit up with you. Drawdown lock is going to be the same on these. $100 past the initial starting balance on the 150K. As you move into profit, you bring the max loss limit past the initial balance. It's going to lock at $150,100. Now, both of these are instant funded accounts, no challenge, no combine that you have to take, straight into a funded account from day one. Solid on both of these. Minimum payout trading days. What do you have to do to get to a payout as far as what the trading days look like? With the standard accounts right now, it's 10 active trading days, meaning opening and closing a trade. On the straight to funded Sim Pro, it's the same 10 trading days, but you also have 7 profitable days. What are they qualifying as a profitable day? A 0.1% of the account capital, the starting capital. Here's what that means. The 150K account, you have to put up 7 $150 green days in order to get your 7 profitable days. If you're trading the 50K account, Sim Pro, for example, you need to put up 7 $50 green days or more. So kind of similar to that top step $200 green day rule in order to qualify. We have one here on the Sim Pro account that is more difficult to work with, right? We don't have that on the standard account. Profit required to take a payout is the same. 6% is the profit target on both of these. The 150K account, that would mean you have to put up $9,000 in profit before you're eligible to take a payout. Max payout size is going to be the same as far as individual accounts. $3,500 of that $9,000 you're able to withdraw if you meet the consistency rule, the ESS for the Sim Pro. Now, here's where the big difference is, and I don't want to jump too quick, and something that's pretty sweet with the Sim Pro account, you can copy trade up to 7 accounts. You can copy trade over $1 million in capital straight to funded day one in the Sim Pro accounts, meaning if you are copy trading 3 of the 150K, the standard accounts, you can withdraw $3,500 per account up to $10,500 at one time. In the straight to funded Sim Pro account, that would be $24,500 across the 7 accounts. Big advantage there, huge access to leverage capital. Again, we're going to be looking at the pluses and minuses here. That is a massive advantage here, being able to copy trade 7 accounts right out of the gate. Again, that is for the promo offering. They're talking about 5 for what could be brought back down to the standard after they get this rolled out, close the program, and then readjust. So big advantage there if you are looking for as someone that wants to leverage more capital, have more leverage in general, copy trade a lot of accounts. That's going to be pretty dang sweet. A lot of the other stuff is the same. 90-10 profit split right out of the gate. Again, we talked about 10 minimum trading days to payout for both of these. I've got 90-10 profit split on there twice. News trading, we have, yes, we're allowed to trade news. We talked about copy trading, 3 for the standard account, 7 for the Sim Pro account. Same 10-second minimum trading rule. You're allowed to trade news on both of these. Here's another big advantage on the straight to funded Sim Pro account, the more difficult to work with account with that equity stability score and that intraday trailing drawdown, which is really important to note, along with some other advantages being cheaper, copy trading 7 accounts. You're considered for live after just 2 payouts from the same account. Now, this is by far the fastest in the industry. This is obviously them taking a look at traders that are very consistent as far as wins and losses, because objectively, this is a more difficult account to work with. This is harder rule set to get towards a payout. And they're saying if you're able to get 2 from the same account, you are considered for a live account. The standard account would be 3 payouts from the same account. Again, considered for a live account, doesn't guarantee anything. You're able to get moved before or after that. That's at their discretion, as it is with almost every firm on the market here. But very, very sweet. You're able to be considered after just 2 accounts, 2 payouts from the same account. And along with that, your max capital that you can take with you, the starting balance of that live account, is larger in the straight to funded Sim Pro. During the promo period, during this launch, 30K max as opposed to the 15K max in the straight to funded standard. Again, they are looking, I believe they're looking at this as if you're able to work with these rules, we're someone that we want to get you to live quickly, put real money behind your trading, and be able to make money with you, right? They have that quick path to live in the standard account. They're making it even faster to vet traders on the way to building this deep bench of live traders on their team, which I think is really cool, not only for us as traders, but I do think it displays the vision, right, of the company, not to just keep everybody in sim accounts, allow them to leverage a lot of capital, work towards taking nice payouts, but also to get you to a live account quickly so it is sustainable, right? They have longevity there. So very sweet live scaling plan for both of these. No contract scaling requirements. 15 minis, 150 micros, max for the 150K account here for both of these right out of the gate. So again, just to recap some real quick differences, main key points that you want to be taking a look at, obviously price, copy trading, you're copy trading 7 out of the gate with the straight to funded Sim Pro. You do have an intraday trailing drawdown and an equity stability score, both that are significantly different than the standard account and something that I would definitely be taking into consideration. You have a wider max loss limit to start out with, which is really sweet. They're giving you $6,000 instead of the $4,500. So take these things into consideration if you're weighing it. Also important to note, very important to note, in the other videos we talk about copy trading. You cannot copy trade all of these together. While they're going to allow you to have 7 of the straight to funded Sim Pro, you can only have 3 of the standard straight to funded accounts, and you can't copy trade them together. Copy trade your 7, copy trade your 3. Do not copy trade them together. It's going to generate a payout withdrawal. It's a rule violation. Not able to copy trade everything all at the same time. They're different accounts, different rule sets. You know, that is the piece there. Again, that's going to be on us as traders to understand, right? Because in Project X, technically, I believe you're going to be able to select everything all at the same time. Make sure you understand that, you're paying attention. And on that note, could be missing other things here. Go to the site, right? Depending on when you're looking at this, right? After the rollout, after the promo period, this space changes quickly, price changes, discount changes, rule sets can be adjusted. Make sure you always go to the site, go to the frequently asked questions page, read through that before you look at putting your hard-earned money on the line. You have to do your own research and make the decision that's best for you. If you have questions at that point, reach out to their support. They have a very fast support. You can hit them in Discord. You can start the email chain, but get the information that makes sure you understand all of the rules, whether you're going to trade with Top One or anyone else, so you stand a chance to get to a payout, right? These are hard to work with as it is, as are all prop firms. You're putting yourself at a complete disadvantage if you don't even understand the rules that you're trying to work towards following to get to that payout. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask down below. I'm trading live with Top One on Project X, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, almost every day on YouTube. Happy to show you what it looks like for me. Wins, losses, struggles, lost accounts, triumphs, payouts, all that stuff in between. Live, 100% free on YouTube. Along with that, guys, quick disclaimer, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing you see or hear from me is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top One Futures, code RDF. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money. That's a fact. It's important for me to be transparent about that and for you to understand that. Talk to you guys soon. See you trading live here on YouTube, 9:30 a.m. Smash like, smash subscribe. Do whatever you want. Talk to you guys soon.